Namaste, beloved. How are you? My name is Syma, and I am a sacred feminine and spiritual coach, healer, and author, and I have the blessing of supporting highly sensitive and soulful women all over the world in healing and uncovering your greatest inner blocks, manifesting your boldest dreams, and flourishing in every way into the goddesses that you truly are. Today, I would love to talk to you about a topic that is very much alive for me, as it is with every client that I'm serving right now. And this is about how to surrender on our manifestation journeys, right? So as I said, one of my life purposes, my missions, and my sacred work is to help you to manifest your boldest dreams. And yet I feel called to share that there is this focus that's happening with manifesting that's actually becoming a huge disservice to us. So I would love to share with you how you can embrace this journey in a more goddessy way, because of course that is my approach, the sacred feminine approach. And what inspired me to share with you on this, my loves, is that I was watching a online video training yesterday from a wonderful spiritual teacher, and she was talking about manifesting. And like many of the teachings we hear on this topic, the law of attraction and positive thinking, it's just, there feels to be this pressure that we are always supposed to be manifesting, right? Now, the grace of these teachings is that they have helped us to go out of victim mode and brought us this sense of responsibility and empowerment that we are powerful co-creators and we have the power to change our lives. If something is not for our highest good, then we can take responsibility, empowered responsibility, and create incredible changes for our lives. And we could also manifest anything that our heart desires, our soul desires, right? So on one hand, that is very beautiful and empowering and real. But it's the approach of it that is causing us some grief. And again, like I said, I'm keeping it really real. It's been alive for me with a certain part of my life. And I'll share with you later what that is. But what's happening is it feels like this masculine approach, which is very linear and vertical, right? It's about achieving and conquering. So some of the divine masculine archetypes are the emperor and the warrior, the conqueror. And these are wonderful archetypes that both men and women have, right? But the thing is, we want to balance them. So what happens when we go on that approach is that we take this manifesting, this beautiful spiritual practice and way of living our lives, and instead of helping it to help us to be fully in appreciation of our lives right now and present to the fullness and richness of our life right now and in gratitude for all the blessings we already have, as well as embracing some of the cycles of our life right now where things are not yet fully manifested, and maybe some things are even completing and releasing and dying and transforming in our lives. It makes us feel like we need to just focus on manifesting something and then get to the next level and then get to the next level, to the point where even sometimes the approach to spirituality can be like this very linear vertical approach of achieving enlightenment. So whether it's a worldly goal or a spiritual goal, the approach sometimes can be very much one of conquering and achieving, which is beautiful. But what's happening, what I'm finding is the struggle here, my loves, is that we are putting all this pressure on ourselves and we feel like I can create anything I want. So if I'm doing all these practices, then it should work. And it almost puts us in this parent-child type of relationship with the divine that we have because we are beloved children of the divine. But it puts us in this relationship of reward and punishment, as in, if I practice all these tools, whether it's meditation and affirmations and mantras and visualizations and vision boards and magical tools, and if I do all the things right and I take the inspired action and I feel those feelings now when I'm thinking of manifesting my desire, then I will manifest this desire. Then what happens is, if we receive that manifestation, we feel like, okay, there's my reward. I did my part, the universe did its, and we're good to go. But then sometimes what can happen is, if that desire isn't manifesting or doesn't manifest, or in fact, we're experiencing a lot of struggle with that. So for example, if you want to manifest soulmate love and you're doing all kinds of inner spiritual work and taking inspired action to unite with your soulmate, but you're finding that you keep meeting the same kind of person, or that nothing's happening. And so you can really start wondering what's happening, or you're trying to manifest that dream job or a dream opportunity, make a baby. That's where I have been experiencing this, right? Is you start wondering, well, I'm doing all the right things. So where is my reward? Where is that manifestation? Where is it? I'm waiting still. And what it's doing is it's putting us in a space of focusing more on what's missing, and trying to manifest that and call that in, rather than being, again, immersed in the fullness of life as it is. And this relationship then becomes very much like, if it's not coming, maybe I need to think more positively, or we may not even feel like we can give ourselves permission to feel very human emotions, such as anger or resentment or frustration or grief, because it's like, oh, well, I can't think negative thoughts because then I'm going to attract more negative things. And then there's all this pressure, and it's almost creating this kind of neurosis. And that's not healthy. Right? The goddess traditions invite us to embrace all of that. And I'm going to be getting into some coaching tips for you on how you can embrace this journey, because it's really important to remember that, again, the idea of these practices is to help us to feel connected and empowered. But then when we get into the space of, I'm doing everything I can and it's not happening and my life isn't going the way I want, then we actually end up getting in victim mode regardless. We start feeling like, why me? Why hasn't it happened? Maybe I haven't done enough spiritual work or enough practical work, and other people are getting this without even doing the spiritual work or the practical work, and it's just happening. And so, it can test our faith, because it makes us feel like, then why isn't it happening for me? Because again, I'm doing all these things, right? So it puts us in this space of expectation from the universe, not in a way of coming from a place of faith and surrender, but attachment, right? And that attachment can create a lot of pain and suffering for us. So I have been experiencing this myself. We have been hoping to call in our first baby, and it's been a while, and I did all the right things in the sense of the spiritual work. I practiced so much yoga and meditation and spiritual work and rituals, and I did physical fertility cleanses, and I worked with a holistic nutritionist, a naturopath, an acupuncturist, most recently with a Mayan womb massage. So all these beautiful therapists, and just also did a lot of my own work, made sure I cleaned up my inner child healing work, anything that was remaining. And I'm learning that there still is more and more. And yeah, just everything we could. And baby hasn't come yet. So we looked into things medically, and thankfully we got a nice clean bill of health where on paper, like physically, everything looks really fertile and good and ready. So it's a bit of a mystery. And yet what was happening for me in this space was most of the time I was finding that I was able to still live my life. But recently, as we started working with our local clinic here and getting that support, it was just so much involved. It's such an involved and testing process with my time and our energy that it was really taking a toll on me. And so it really put me in the space of like, why isn't it happening? I'm doing everything I can. Mayan womb steams for my yoni, and, castor oil packs and herbs and supplements, and you name it. I've practiced it. I've done it, just to take that inspired and healthy action on my path, right? To do my part. But when it wasn't happening, it was putting me in the space of, why not me? It's not fair. And that's what I'm sharing. I'm sharing with you exactly where I am at, and I know how painful and frustrating it can be. So what lesson it brought me, this is very ripe and raw and real for me right now, and that's the space I'm sharing from, and I hope serves you, is the goddesses, right? The goddesses remind us life is not about achieving one thing after the other, right? Because for us, it was like, okay, we found love, we are in a great place in our careers, in our home, in our life, so baby time. And it was just like expected. This is the next step. And so it not happening as soon as we wanted, it just threw us off our game completely, right? So the goddesses reminded me it really humbled me in the sense that life is not this path of achieving, and always getting what you want. Life is cyclical. And so manifesting, right? It's co-creating, but it's also about embracing the cycles that we're in right now. So if we look at the goddesses, they experienced a lot of tragedy and trauma. They were killed, they have been raped, they have had their children kidnapped, they've had their children killed, they've had their beloveds, their partners, their husbands, their twin flames, their soulmates killed. They've experienced the deepest depths of grief, death, transformation. And we are not, as human beings, that is part of our cycle as well. That is part of life as well, right? And so if you have a Christian background or are open to it, Jesus also represents it. I mean, he was like one of the nicest people ever, and look what happened, right? So it's not like Jesus or these goddesses attracted these, really tragic or experiences or trying experiences. These experiences were part of their own ascension, their spiritual ascension and transformation, right? So for us, my loves, in our life, when we go through some hardships or these cycles of pain and grief and things not only not working out the way that we want or the way that we think we deserve because of all this that we're putting in, that they are reminders that these are also gifts. And perhaps what we're manifesting right now is a whole different kind of experience that we didn't sign up for, but yet this experience will birth this new version of ourselves, that if that thing that we want afterwards still feels like it's something our soul wants, that we will be able to call that in from this new place. So sometimes these experiences are helping us to have a spiritual awakening and a spiritual transformation, right? Maiden, Mother, Crone, these are the cycles of the goddesses. So Maiden is the young, the full of life and that sense of awe and wanting to create from so much faith. And then there's a Mother Goddess, and the Mother Goddess is all about the fruition, right? The co-creation, the celebration, the sharing. And then the Crone is the death and transformation. And so at any given point of our life, any part of our lives can be in some phase of this cycle. Something can just be growing and brand new and exciting. Something can be full and abundant, and something could be completing or barren or not manifesting or transforming. And just like Mother Earth, there are seasons, right? I'm blessed to live in Toronto right now, where it's my hometown, where we have all 4 seasons. And so looking at Gaia, Gaia is not impatient when it's winter. She rests and she surrenders, and that is very much part of the cycle of life. That death is part of the cycle of life, right? So it's embracing and working with these seasons of our lives and trusting in divine timing. And also knowing that there's always resurrection and there's always rebirth. And what we are hoping to manifest, maybe the thing that we're going through right now is preparation for it, right? So if you want to manifest your beloved and you find you keep attracting the same old guy, well, there's a spiritual lesson for you. It's not why me, why am I still attracting the same person, or why have I still not attracted that dream job, or why do I keep ending up in the same situation? But there's some kind of lesson that we are being invited to learn, that maybe because we're so focused, narrowly focused on this outer condition that we want met, we're missing the deeper lesson, the spiritual lesson that is hoping to arise through us, and that we're being called to embody and to transcend the stuckness, right, that we can get into. So this experience, my loves, can be one of stripping away of old patterns, healing old patterns, learning new life lessons and deep and profound spiritual lessons, and really the birthing of a new you. So on my journey right now, I have learned so much. I learned that for example, the feelings that I wanted to experience in having our baby was just to be an even more expansive and potent vessel of love. And what I realized was, I don't want to look back and say that, I spent my entire 30s, right now I'm in my mid 30s, but if we, keep at this, I don't want it to be where I look back and say, oh my God, I spent all these years of my life trying to have a baby and feeling so focused on that and not appreciating fully the life that I have, which thankfully most of the time I've been able to do. But like I said, recently there were times involved with the clinic where I just went to this descent, which I honored. And so, the lessons here are, first of all, again, honoring the cycle. So if you find yourself in a space of grief, honor that, it's okay. And so get support, know that you're not alone, allow yourself to be held, and surrender to that, my love. It's okay to feel however you're feeling. It's also okay to give yourself permission to feel frustrated, angry, resentful. It's sacred to feel that. You are human, and the goddesses have felt this. Even at one point, Jesus felt abandoned, right? So it's okay to have those moments. You won't be forsaken ever by the divine. And the power of your faith always transcends the power of your fear. So don't worry about that. But yet these fears, this darkness, this grief needs to be healed. It needs to be acknowledged. It needs to be healed through your love, through your acknowledgement, through your witnessing, through your acceptance, through your feeling, through your processing. So anything you can do there, my love, to support yourself. I have, been blessed to have my amazing husband with this, my wonderful friends, family. I've also gotten spiritual coaching and counseling for myself on this path. That has been extremely helpful. So I encourage you also to create a tribe of support if you're in a space right now where you're really struggling in a certain part of your life, my love. And then, really open to the lesson that this experience can bring you, and know that there's something really rich here if you just switch the focus from the thing that you are trying to bring in to what is the blessing. What wants to be manifested right now through me that perhaps isn't, the thing that I'm looking at and wanting, but something else. And also the gift for me has been that I have felt called to focus my energy right now on birthing a new book. So there's a goddess book that's coming where I'm going to be sharing a lot of these kinds of practices, right? The feminine way to living in harmony and in oneness with our life and in our power. And so after we extract this lesson, just know, my love, to never take it personally if things aren't manifesting when you want, the way that you want. The universe does always, always love you. And, these things are not so much tests of your faith as much as it is opportunities of transformation and growth and ascension for us, right? So let's say yes to these opportunities, as difficult, as challenging as they may be. They are indeed for our best and highest good. I know that, for example, that if we hopefully, we will call in our baby, but I already am a new woman, for the woman who started when we first started on this path to who I am now. And I'm praying that by the time our time comes, I really am completely ready in the way that I needed to be, not the way that I thought I needed to be or wanted to be, right? So there's a humbling definitely that's happened over there. And so once we've extracted this lesson, my loves, it can be very helpful for us to know that what is that feeling that we want from our manifestation, and let's not deprive ourselves of that feeling now. So I realized, when I become a mother, I will feel complete, whole, and just fulfilled and overflowing with love. And what I realized was, my life already is overflowing with love. My life is overflowing with so many blessings, so much beauty, so much richness. I get to do what I love. I mean, just this in itself is, I thank my lucky stars every day, right? And to have my amazing husband, my family, my friends, my home, my health, there are countless blessings right here, right now. And more importantly, that nothing is stopping me from feeling whole and complete and fulfilled and overflowing, except this trap that my mind put me in, which said that when that happens, then I will feel this. Isn't that the trap that we put ourselves in? And again, that's the reminder here with manifesting. It's, let's not make manifesting become something that works against us, where we feel, when I manifest that, then I will feel this. Let's feel this now. And the secret sauce, the magic here is that when we feel this now, not for the sake of manifesting that, because, you probably already heard that when you want to manifest something, feel the feelings now. let's just not do that only in our 10-minute meditation. And in fact, I've actually backed off. I backed off so much from a lot of the things I was doing for fertility because I know I'm healthy. It's good. It's not a physical issue. It's a metaphysical issue. So I'm just going to live my life and do the things that keep me healthy, but and support my self-care. But I'm just going to enjoy my life right now and enjoy feeling fulfilled and whole and complete. And so here is the invitation. What are you depriving yourself of feeling because you think it's only once you have that thing you can experience it, right? And just a reminder, my love, that you deserve to feel that way now. And you actually don't need those circumstances to feel that right now. So my invitation to you is allow yourself, give yourself permission once you have done perhaps the darker work of feeling and processing your feelings and getting support around that and learning your soul lesson, then feel the feelings now just because you deserve to, just because you don't need to wait, just because you don't need that thing to happen to feel all those feelings. You deserve to live your life right now. Those feelings are soul feelings. That is the essence of who you are. That is the truth of who you are, right? So like if you want abundance, and let's say the deeper feeling there is that you want to feel secure and free, those are feelings of your soul. Those are your essential states. If you want love and you want that to make you feel blessed and beautiful, you already are blessed and beautiful. So allow yourself to feel that now and to live fully in the presence to be fully present to your life right now, and to just embrace its fullness, embrace every part of it and every cycle that each part of your life is in. Know that it is sacred, it is holy, it is divine, and that you are loved and held and guided and protected and supported and blessed in every way through every moment. Okay, my love, so please just take the pressure off. Let's just all take a deep breath in and summon our collective manifesting pressure. Let it go. Let's just do this collective exhale, that we are not living our lives manifesting, but we are living our lives enjoying, appreciating, embracing, and surrendering. So I hope this has served you, and I would so love to shower you with more gifts and tools to support you in whatever cycle of this journey you find yourself in right now. So please visit me at my online temple, flourishinggoddess.com, and sign up for my beautiful guided goddess meditation where beautiful 14 goddesses will support you in healing your chakras and opening you to many, many gifts, so that you feel empowered and loved and supported and filled with sacred feminine gifts and wisdom along your path, my love. And there'll be many more gifts to come. So join me there. Please share with me in the comments how this has served you, what resonated with you, what spoke to you. I am really feeling called to just share where I'm at right now and be really honest with you. So thank you so much for witnessing me as well. And I hope that this really has helped you to know that you're never alone. We're all going through this together. I am very blessed. I've already experienced lots of transformations and live a very flourishing life, but yet life is life. And like you, I am experiencing my own initiations and transformations right along with you. And I, am living to serve you by sharing the lessons as they arise through me, that they may be of the highest service to you. So thank you so much with all my heart for joining me. And I just hope to continue to serve and love you. All my love.